Okay, so we are recording now. Um, so first of all, let's congratulate everybody in the month of March that hit at least one Success Club or higher. I know that March was a tough month for a lot of people, so going into April, summer's coming up, people are getting ready to go on vacation, get into their bathing suits. So this is the month to really push and start putting people in challenge groups or getting in their mind what you do. So your posts are going to be really important from now until the end of summer, really. I found my business last year, April was my craziest month. Everybody wanted to either sign up as a coach or a challenger because they're ready for summertime. They're ready to get into those bathing suits. So even if someone isn't quite ready yet, this is the time to start talking to them, and this is the time to start forming as many people as you can possible. Even if you have that fear of starting a conversation, this is your practice month, okay? I want you to set a huge number for yourself and accomplish that number. You'll feel really good at the end of the month, and it also is going to bring in more people for you in May. Like I said, the last team call, I did not post a recording because it slows down my computer so much. It takes like 5 hours to upload onto YouTube, and I can't use my computer, so that's why it takes me a little bit longer. But I'm just going to do that overnight tonight for you guys. But the last team call, I talked about instead of focusing, I think sometimes we focus so much on our Success Club number instead of trying to focus as a team. And I think that if we focus a bigger number as a whole team and kind of motivate every single person, not just me when someone hits Success Club, or you're not just recognizing when I post something, but you're actually looking at when your coaches get one Success Club point, recognizing them, and kind of all motivating each other together. Some people, I know you guys are all older coaches, so there's a lot of new coaches on this team. I think there's 15 new coaches in the past 2 to 3 months. A lot of people don't necessarily know what Success Club is. So if you share your little tips on Success Club throughout this month, it's not just going to help you, it's going to help the whole team, because everyone's contributing to your volume as well on this team, not just your coaches or not just me. So I think as a team, I want to try to hit Success Club 50 all together. There's over 100 people on our team. If if each person hits one Success Club point, right? Just one, that's over 100 Success Club points for the team. Obviously, not everyone is active in their business, so that's not going to happen. But I think as a team, we should all shoot for Success Club 50, and we should all be helping motivate any person, even if you don't necessarily know them. When I post something congratulating someone, if you have the time, I'm not saying sit there and spend all your time doing it, because you need to focus on your life and your business as well. But if you have 5 minutes a day, kind of go through our team page, and if you see that someone hit something, the chances are some people are newer coaches. So to see you commenting on that, it's going to help them as well throughout their business. Now, I don't think we have any current updates this month, but let me screen share with you really quick. Okay, can you guys give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen? Okay, do you just see the PowerPoint then? Nothing else then? Okay, because I don't know. Can you still see it? Okay, because I have notes on the side. I don't want you guys to not be able to see the PowerPoint. Okay. So let me start this. Okay, so how to dive into your business. This is something we always say, that we want to achieve a certain goal, or we want to hit emerald or diamond, or we want to add this many people. But if we're just dabbling in our business and we're not diving into our business, if we're not being consistent every single day, you're always going to be a dabbler in this business. It's always going to be a hobby to you, and you're never going to take your business from one level to the next, you're going to stay stagnant. And that's not something you want to do, right? There's over 400,000 coaches in this business, and you can be one of the top coaches if you want to be. No one's saying you can't. You have all the same resources as people. You have all, the same trainings, basically, okay? Because a lot of our trainings come right from the website. We just add on information to them. So you have all the key resources to be as successful as you want to be. It's really up to you and your mindset of how you're going to take that information and go forward with it, okay? So this is all about how to dive into your business and stop dabbling in your business. Even if you are a full-time worker, okay? That is okay. You can achieve what you want to achieve even if you have no time at all, okay? And I'm going to explain how to prioritize. I can't even say the word. I can't even say it. You guys know what I mean. But how to take your schedule and that's so funny. I mean, I can't say things. I'm telling you, my brain is so messed up today. I went grocery shopping and didn't bring a list, and I forgot like 20 things. That's horrible. But anyways, so if you are a challenger coach or if you're a business builder coach, because I know all of you guys are business builders, this is when you got to tell yourself tonight, that you are now committed to your business. You're not going to let excuses or time or different things come up in your life that are going to affect your business. You guys all have been in this business. Well, Alyssa, you haven't, but I know you're going to be here a year from now. But you guys have all been in this business longer than 6 months, the ones that are on the call right now. If you're listening to the recordings, I know a lot of you guys are, whoever listens to the recordings, they're really into working their business. So this is the day you're going to tell yourself, I'm going to be committed moving forward. I'm not going to come up with excuses. I'm going to do my at least minimum power hour every single day, no matter what. And this is how you're going to move your business forward. Even if it's going to take you another 6 months, a year, whatever you want to see, but you have to stay committed to your goals. So we are going to discuss 5 different steps tonight that's really going to help your mindset. And these are practical practices you can implement every single day into your business to achieve what you want to achieve. So first things first, words we use, okay? And this is really key, especially if you're into personal development. Words I do not want you to use is can't, hope, try, and might. When you use those words, it automatically puts into your mind that you're not going to achieve something. You're already setting yourself up for failure, really, okay? Because you're telling yourself that there is a backup plan and it's okay if I don't achieve something, which, yes, in the end, it is okay. But if you're telling yourself that every single month, then you have to evaluate what you're doing wrong so you can fix it, because you can achieve anything you want to achieve. If you set Success Club 5, Success Club 10, whatever it is, Success Club 20, if you really want to achieve it, you will achieve it no matter what. So I want you to simply stop and get rid of that backup plan in your head. Well, if this coaching thing doesn't work, it's okay because I can do this and this and this. You have been in this business, like I said, for at least 6 months or more, right? You want something out of this. There's a certain why in you that you want to keep pushing forward and you want to achieve, whether it be get out of debt, pay student loans, pay off your mortgage, have more time with your family or your spouse or your children. Really have that passion behind what you're doing. A lot of people don't like what they're doing as a job. And if this is something that truly is you're passionate about and that you want to continue and build a future with, then this is when you have to tell yourself, I'm going to stop with all the excuses and move forward. So these words that a lot of people tend to use, and I have caught myself using them too, it automatically sets you up for really not achieving your goals. So this is what I want you guys to do instead. And I want you guys to actually write this down when you have a chance. But I will hit Emerald. I will hit Diamond. I will be an elite coach this year. For those of you guys that don't know, it means as an elite coach, you get paid, you need 5-star diamond qualifying, and you get tons of different bonuses, tons of different recognition, different trips, and and it's something that will take your business to a whole new level. So that's what Elite is. Or I will hit Success Club, whatever it may be. Tell yourself that this is achievable. So before you sit down for your power hours every single day, tell yourself those whatever 5 things that you want to achieve, okay? Or it's, I will be paying off student loans by this date, okay, in this time frame. So that way, in the back of your head, if say you only work 30 minutes, but you're just having a rough day, or your day's just not going well, or you're having bad responses, or no one's responding to you, you're going to still push through another 30 minutes of what you need to do, or even extend your power hour to power 3 hours, whatever it is, because this is what you want to achieve. Honestly, if you have more than 1 hour a day to achieve this, you should be working longer, because this is what you want, okay? This is your business. You are the CEO of your own business. So you need to take initiative to figure out how you are going to fit everything in, okay? Now, I want you to eliminate these words and start replacing these words with different vocabulary so that you will get into that correct mindset. Also, of course, personal development every single day, even if it's only 10 minutes, will help you achieve this as well, okay? So moving on to step 2. Hold on one second. There. So we're going to talk about time, okay? Now, like I said before, it's not about how much time you have, but how much you do with your time, okay? I know that some people have children. I know some people have full-time jobs. I know some people have different issues going on in their life, or they may seem like they have no time at all. I understand that. I started this business with a 6-week-old baby, okay? And I was depressed and not knowing what I wanted to do, and I technically had to go back to work. So I understand what it means to not have time, but that can't be an excuse if you want something bad enough. If you want something bad enough, you are going to find a way to achieve that. So create a to-do list, like we've already talked about a million times. If you want to wake up in the morning and create your to-do list for that day, I know the week or the day before the first of the month, I create a monthly to-do list in my head, monthly goals, which I had you guys send me, so I can try to keep you accountable, and everyone can keep each other accountable, and yourself. Another thing is weekly goals. This is something you want to start getting into the rhythm of. And I honestly, the past couple months, I've been really bad about organization and time and everything. And that's an excuse in my head. And I keep saying, oh, it's because I felt sick in the beginning of my pregnancy, or I just felt so tired because I'm pregnant. That can't be an excuse in my head, right? I know that I made that excuse and it can't happen. Else I'm not going to achieve the goals I set out to achieve this year or last week or whatever. So next thing is use your list that you created, okay? Whatever system that you use, your dream team list, your hot prospect list, your challenger list, potential coach list, use those lists to your advantage, okay? So when you sit down, if you only have 10 minutes, you know exactly who you need to reach out to in those 10 minutes and actually keep that or utilize that time properly, okay? You can achieve there's some people that achieve way more when they're working full time because they're so focused in that hour that they're cramming so much stuff in at once, right? Other than somebody that can do this full time, so they're taking their good old time throughout the day, maybe talking to a few here and there because they feel like they have the whole day and they're not focused. So remember that. Do not think that just because someone's doing this full time and you're only spending an hour a day or whatever it is on your business that you can achieve what they can. Because that's not it at all. Yes, obviously some coaches work their business focused for 6 hours a day. But a lot of times people don't have that luxury. So the majority of the coaches that work this business, right, all have different things going on in their life. So don't make that an excuse. Okay, so create your to-do list, use your to-do list, and then crank it out. Go for it, get it done, complete it so you don't feel like you didn't do your part in your business that day, okay? Because I know if I wait until the end of the night, I feel super stressed all day long. I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do that, because I didn't do it throughout the day, or wake up extra early before my daughter gets up, right, and get my power hour done. And then when she takes a nap, I can do another power hour. Then when she goes to bed, I can do another power hour. So technically I can have 3 hours of devoted time towards my business each day, okay? If I spend some time prepping dinner or doing laundry, I'm wasting valuable time, right? Because I can technically do that with her while she's awake, okay? Let's see. What else do I want to talk to you guys about? Okay. So how to own your time, right? You're going to make sacrifices in this business. We're all going to make sacrifices, and you knew that starting. Your sponsor obviously probably told you that. Sacrifices when you become a business builder, or your why is big enough. You're going to have to sacrifice, obviously, like TV time, maybe some nights going out with friends. And these are small sacrifices in the beginning. I'm not saying like after a year you're gonna have to make all these sacrifices. Let me start over. When you start coaching, you're gonna have to put more time into this than you will in 2 years from now or 3 years from now. Okay. But making those small sacrifices, and I feel like I sound like a broken record because I say this so many times, but when you sit down and watch TV at night and spend 2 hours watching TV, do you really remember what happened in a week from now? Honestly, we watch, for example, Blind Spot. I don't know if you guys watch that. But half the time, that's my only TV show I like and watch, Blind Spot. And I have to watch the preview or the whatever, the show before what happened last week, because I always forget. Things like that. It's just a small amount of time that you can actually utilize in a year from now. That TV show that you watched is not going to mean anything, but that hour you spent on your business is going to mean so much more over time, okay? So sacrifices, your power hour is super important. Make sure before you go to bed or first thing when you wake up, you plan out that power hour. Or if you want it the same every single day, make sure it's planned out. Make sure at least your invites are getting out and you're forming people. Even if you don't see posts or anything, you are inviting, you're talking to people, because that is how you're going to push your business forward, okay? Not little things like watching different YouTube videos or watching or listening to the wake up call, right? Actually communicating and talking to people to move your business forward. Obviously, those two other things are important, but if you don't have that much time that day, the most important things are to be inviting to your business. Next thing, business activity tracker. So business activity tracker, if you don't already use one, this is super important because like I said, I think in the beginning, I thought I was inviting so many people like every single day or week or month. And in reality, I wasn't even inviting that much to my business or to my challenges or to the coaching opportunity. Okay. I was thinking I was, but I really wasn't until I started tracking what I was doing every single day and realizing I wasn't expanding my network how I wanted to expand. I set all these goals, but I wasn't tracking it. So what I'm asking you to do is just write down. You can use any platform you want to use to track it, but write down or type up who you are speaking to or put it into a system like Streak or Excel or whatever you feel comfortable using. So that way you know at the end of the month, if I didn't hit Success Club 5, why didn't I do it? Okay. If you aren't at least inviting 50 people a month, at least 50 people, it's chances are you're not going to hit Success Club. Because for every 10 people, one person will say yes to you. Okay. Doesn't mean, like I said, that you can ask 5 people and 3 people sign up, or you can ask 20 people and nobody signs up, but that's an average amount. Next thing is plan, right? Like I've already said, pre-plan your day, your week, your month, so on and so forth. The sacrifices you make now will give you the abundant life you want in your future. If you have a big enough why, they say if your why makes you cry, if your why drives you, this is how you're going to move your business. So if you're sitting there saying, you know, some days I won't do my power hour, some days I push it aside, or some days I just don't work my business at all, then your why isn't big enough, and you should reevaluate and come to your why and think of other things that will push you. Something that you will never give up on should be part of your why. Okay. So obviously, one of my biggest things is Hayden. I want to make sure she has a big enough, account where she can go to any college she wants to. I can be able to give her a car on her 16th birthday, right? I'm able to give her the education she wants. I maybe help her towards a house. And it's not to spoil her. It's just, I want to give her that life, right? I want to be able to not say, you can't have this or you can't have that. I don't want to be able to do that. I want her to have the most opportunity she can. I also want to make sure that I can really focus my business. So Rocky builds houses and remodels, right? That's really hard on his body. He already has issues now and he's only 26 years old. So that's something that I hate, seeing him come home in pain at 26. Like, how is that going to be when he's 50 years old coming home from that? Like, I don't want that to affect us later on in life. So me working my business and creating a big enough fund basically for us to have, so that way I can, we can put money aside, or we can invest in other properties, or whatever it is. My why is big enough where I'm not going to give up on it. Even if I'm exhausted, I'm still going to talk to at least 5 people. So I know that I'm staying on track to achieve what I want to achieve, even if it's going to take me 3 years, okay? 4 years, whatever it is, I'm not going to give up on it. Another thing you can use to kind of, I guess, a lot of times people waste time like scrolling through their news feed or thinking about what they have to do for that hour. That's why I said do your to-do list, so you don't have to think. You can just start acting and doing. There's called a news feed killer on Google Chrome. So it can kill your news feed on Facebook for that hour. So that way you're not constantly scrolling through Facebook and getting distracted. Notifications can distract you as well. So don't pay attention to those notifications coming up, popping up. Or say if you reach out to coaches or something, don't sit there and stay on your phone for a whole hour. Sometimes I catch myself doing that, where I'm sitting on my phone for a whole hour talking to like 10 people at once, and then I didn't accomplish anything for that hour for my direct business to help move my business forward, right? I help them move their business forward, and in turn does help me, but I need to focus solely on my business first, okay? Now, let's move on to 3 before we run out of time. Protect yourself from pointless behavior, and this is super important. First things first, engaging in negativity. This is just in general. What I've found lately is the whole politics and like the election coming up. Try to stay clear of all of that. Try not to post anything. Not saying you can't, because it's your business, but I'm saying try to stay away from that, because it's going to cause a lot of negativity. It's going to cause a lot of conflict on your page, and you don't want that. Or you don't want to be commenting on someone else's. Or if someone is posting something negative and it kind of like irks you the wrong way and you want to kind of like lash out because it's just something that they said in general that really, just bothered you, just refrain from it. Vent to like anybody, but don't show it on your social media, because your social media is your business platform. That it is your business. It's what people are looking at. And you don't want to pull negativity into it. Another thing, I have deleted negative comments on like our team page or something. I don't want negativity to affect anybody, right? We do personal development. We get negativity. Don't let it come into our group, right? We want this a positive atmosphere for everybody. So just try to stay clear, especially too, just like in general in your life. If there's, we always have that one friend that's always like complaining about something or just being super negative. It's going to pull you down in the long run. So try to, obviously stay clear of that and try to section yourself from that. I know when I worked full time as a marketing manager, there was so much negativity in my workplace, like so much. And it was bad. Everyone was super catty, and they're a lot older than me too. And it was just crazy to me that they were so like nasty behind each other's backs. That's another thing. Don't get caught up in that, because it's going to tear you down too. So that's the first thing. The second thing is enabling. So what I mean by enabling, when someone asks you a question, don't answer every single question that comes up, especially if you're trying to build a team. If you don't create independent coaches from the beginning, they're always going to need you. The first couple months, though, really, I asked Chelsea, obviously, tons of different questions so I could be the best coach I could be, right? I want to know every amount of information. But I think after 6 months, I didn't necessarily probably like 5 months. I didn't lean on Chelsea as much, right? And the thing is that you can't sit there and hold someone's hand the whole entire time, because this is, like I said, your business and it's their business. So it's their duty basically to figure out different things, to research different things on their own. Obviously, you are there to help guide them and give them the correct answers, but you can't do it forever, else then their coaches aren't going to follow suit. Their coaches aren't going to become leaders. And your whole goal is to make independent coaches their own leaders, okay? Let me see. Another thing. So to kind of make more sense, you started this business to have more time, right, with your family, friends, whatever it is. But in the beginning, it's not going to be like that, right? Like I said, you're going to make sacrifices in this business, but in the end, you want to have more time. So if you're constantly talking to all different coaches throughout your whole day, that's literally your whole day. That's your whole day, right? So you want to kind of help guide them with different videos you create for them, send them different video like from other coaches that can help them answer their questions. Try to make them more of an independent person, so that way you have more time for yourself as well, if that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Fact robot. So what I mean by this is, don't be the person that knows everything but doesn't do anything. So if you are somebody that constantly is helping other people but you aren't actually putting in the work, it's not going to help you in your business. Okay. It's not going to create, you're not going to create that leader you want to be. The next thing is waiting, then rushing the last minute. So what I mean by this is that when the month starts, I did this last month, and I am admitting this. The first 2 weeks, I was helping every other coach, and I really was making sure that they hit Success Club and trying to help other new coaches. And I wasn't focusing on hitting Success Club myself. Then the last week, I was like, oh, crap. Like, I only have 2 Success Club points. I need to hit it, right? And everybody was giving me every excuse in the book, right? I hit Success Club 6 at the last day of the month. And what that's going to do is it's going to stress you out badly. This is supposed to be something fun that you're passionate about. I don't want you stressed about it. Obviously, there's going to be moments where you're stressed. It is your own business, right? But that part should be fun. So trying to hit Success Club in the first week to 2 weeks is really your focus. So then after, you can help your team or your success partner, whatever it is. So don't rush Success Club or anything else in your business. Pre-plan, like I mentioned before, and have that intensity throughout the whole entire month. Don't have that intensity the last week or the last 2 weeks of the month, because it won't help you. Now, so for pointless behavior, if you're doing something for your business, before you do it, if you have to actually ask yourself, does this serve me, my family, or my team, then you probably want to reevaluate what it is that you're doing. Because if it doesn't obviously serve you or your family or team, it's something that you you don't necessarily have to do. Or like I said, if it's engaging in negativity, is it really helping you? Okay. So think about that. Okay. Now, let's see. Another thing I want to talk about. So a lot of times, this is just in general, like throughout me being a coach for over a year, but I hear a lot of people just talking, well, you know what, I can't achieve this, or this problem came up, or whatever it is, making excuse. Try to, when someone tells you that, try to empower them, okay? Say, I understand what you might be going through. If you did go through the same thing, you can explain it, just like in life in general, if that's what they're talking about, or their business. And tell them, you know, you want to move your business forward, and kind of give them that tough love that they need and push them forward and say, let's figure this out together. How can we change whatever it is that their excuse was, okay? If you have a success partner, okay, this is something I know that my success partner and I do, is she says, well, I'm really probably not going to hit that goal. Well, why aren't you going to hit that goal? Why can't we reevaluate what you're doing wrong, or whatever you're doing in your business, so that way we can fix that, so you don't have that excuse. If you're giving them tough love and not just saying, oh no, it's okay, you'll get it next month or something. If you say that, you're not really caring as much, right? You're not helping them as much. You need to be hard on the person. You need to push them a little. If you're just saying it's okay every single time, they're not going, if they need it, they're not going to drive their business forward, if that makes sense. So don't enable them to back down from their goals in their business at all. Now moving on to step 4, take a leader stance in your business. I don't care if you've been in this business for one day, if you've been in this business for a year. Every single person, when they decide to become a coach, becomes, to me, a leader. It's a big step, I think, in anything. You're going against the crowd, okay? You're like this little piece of sand in this on this huge beach, okay? Because this is something unfamiliar to people. That's why a lot of people are super negative about it. So just being a coach is something people should be really proud of. So I want to talk to you guys about actually being a leader. Hold on a second. I'm like addicted to this tea I have. Okay. So first thing is, be a river, not a reservoir. So as a river, it constantly pulls in water, right? And it flushes water out, pushes water through. And a reservoir is water stands still. It gets icky, mucky, bacteria grows. It's just blah, right? So I want you guys to be a river. You're going to take in information. You're going to grow from it. You're going to learn from it. You're going to help others learn. And you give away that information, basically. So I don't want you to kind of just be stagnant. I want you to be constantly growing, constantly learning. Even if you are a top coach in this business, there is always something to learn from someone. There's always a way to grow as a person. Once we stop learning and stop growing, then you're not going to get much further, I guess, just in life in general. So that's my little takeaway for that. Also, don't hold information. If something's working for you, if there's different tips that you can share, please share them with the team, okay? Or your success partner, or anybody that you have been working with or helping. Because if you're holding the information, you're creating that scarcity mindset. You're not having that abundancy as a leader should have. Now, action steps. Even if you don't have your own team page, or if you do, welcoming new coaches to the team and creating that atmosphere in the beginning is so important. So if you have coaches that aren't really welcoming people, just reach out to them and say, hey, I really look at you as a leader. Can you start welcoming new coaches to the team? it's something that we really like to do and create that atmosphere. It also makes people feel really good when they see that all these people are welcoming them. It gives them that confidence they really need to start going with their business and knowing that they have a supportive team. If nobody says anything, it doesn't show a good team atmosphere at all. So take that leader stance and start welcoming coaches, and tell your coaches to do it too, okay? It only takes one, not even a second really, to just say welcome to the team, okay? Or like it, or whatever it is, just to show your support on the team. So another thing is highlight others. So highlight your coaches on the team. So if they do something good, or maybe it's somebody you've been working with, or say if your success partner is a part of this team, you can recognize them. I know some people don't have their success partner on this team at all, so their push partner. So if they do something and you want to recognize them, go right ahead, okay? If there's someone you admire that, or a new coach that, even if it's not part of your direct downline, you think that did a really great job or a really great post, recognize them. Show that you care, even if you aren't their sponsor, okay? I can't be the only person recognizing people, because this isn't just my team, it's everybody's team, okay? And it's really hard for me to recognize every single person in my downline, because I do have so many personally sponsored coaches, and I don't have the time in life to be doing all this and recognizing every single person in my downline too. So that's where it's your job, and to tell your coaches it's their job to recognize people when they do something really great. I don't know how much, I think we're gonna run out of time. How much time do we have? Less than 5 minutes? I can't see the time, sorry, because I'm sharing. We have 1 minute? Okay. Share information, we already went over. Surround yourself with accountability. So your upline, your success partner, spouse, family, friend, you're the only one that can achieve goals that you want to achieve, so own it. If you want to send a business activity tracker to your sponsor or to me or to anybody, obviously I can't sit there and critique it, right? But I can look at it. And if that helps you stay accountable for your goals and to help you achieve something, then I want you to be able to do that. Spouse, friend, I know Rocky helps me stay accountable, and I tell him what I did and didn't do, so then he can kind of be hard on me and say, why didn't you achieve that today or this week or this month? And it kind of gets me more motivated, because I want to tell him I hit Success Club, or I did this, or I achieved this, right?